live again. Live again. Come on. We're present. Matter of fact, we're present. We're not live. Thank you, God, for another day, for another opportunity to be present, for another opportunity to be live. Thank you, God. Wait, oh, I didn't set the thumbnail. Gotta set the thumbnail. Most important part. Look at that. Come on now. I like that. Alrighty. Okay. So. Hold on. We're here now, and so we're gonna first I just did a workout, and you know, it was good, bro. I was beating that. Hold up, I should record it. Cause I have a punching bag and an uppercut bag, and bro, I was actually going ham. I don't know, bro. Yesterday I was learning some stuff. It was good stuff. So today we're gonna watch more videos, and then we're gonna train. I got my food charging over there in the sun. But yeah, we're gonna just get right into it. That one, okay. Alrighty.
Have the middle grip, and now holding the head of the opponent. And
this, I can feel, this is effective.
Yes, lifting and pressing, but with this grip. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 40. And 50. And then you feel a slight burn.
This is insane.
And the burn, that's Kung Fu coming out.
Wow.
Yes.
I guess there's only one thing left to do. I need to look like Jackie Chan.
This is the exact same shirt that both Jackie and Bruce Lee wore in their movies. And now, it's my turn.
Okay, from here on, I'm all by myself. Let's see how much I remember.
We're learning. That's what we're doing. Because yesterday I was studying my previous live, and it seems like you can't hear me while the video is playing. I don't really know. Hopefully the audio is good, but...
Turns out I remember the first few moves. But then things fell apart. Luckily, I had my video recordings to watch. It took me quite a while to put everything back together, and I wasn't even sure if I was doing things right. But I decided to trust the process.
That's a cool gym. I wish I had a gym like that. That would be so cool. Hey God, I want that. I want this gym.
And slowly but surely, I started forming a muscle memory. I even developed my own exercises. But I still couldn't figure out the kip up. And the tournament was approaching fast.
Kip up. Come on now. Can't do a kip up. This is how you do a kip up. Dang, is this actually gonna hurt? Nah, I got this.
I needed to step things up.
perform the full routine in front of a live audience in full speed.
Please have a seat. I forgot the first move. One more time.
Despite missing the first move, my form felt amazing. My brother and mom were clearly entertained, but I was fully focused on nailing every single move. And that's exactly what I did. This was everything I had hoped for. I was finally ready to compete. And then, everything changed.
This morning I woke up and I have a terrible pain in my shoulder. I could barely sleep on my left side. Maybe it's some kind of impingement or rotator cuff injury, tendonitis, I'm not sure. But I slept like 5 hours tonight, maybe you can tell, because of the pain. And the tournament is tomorrow.
Hold up. I feel like I gotta change this. I feel like, should be a way here on chatting. I should add the camera. I add the display capture, yeah. Display capture. And I have it right up here, right? Chat box is there, alert box is there. Display capture, I'll put it like here then. Put it here in alert box, chat box. I'll put it like up here then. Yeah. Okay. How do I... Okay. But how do I do it?
So I'm at the dojo now because I'm gonna ask my mom to give me a treatment because she's a physiotherapist. She does some acupuncture and manual work. And if the shoulder doesn't get better, I might have to cancel the tournament because health is always my #1 priority. And if this gets worse, it might become some kind of permanent injury. I could barely put on my shirt today. So it hurts just lifting my arm like this. I feel an immense pain right here. So it's kind of my only wish is that I can compete tomorrow, even if there's pain.
It's not that I have a problem with pain. It's just that I hate performing less than my best. And if I give up now, at least I have a good excuse. But while I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself, I started watching old clips of Jackie. You know, the bloopers at the end of his films. And that's when I realized Jackie never gave up. He's broken almost every bone in his body, and he still does all of his own stunts. Because the show must go on. If I want to become the next...
For every new viewer, I'm gonna do a kip up to show y'all I can do it. I don't know. What y'all think about this? Ready? Good or not?
Jackie Chan, this injury is
Like or not? We're present.
not an obstacle. It's an opportunity to stop training like Jackie and start being him.
There it is. National Championships.
After 1 week's training, it's finally time to test my skills against the very best. Luckily, Seafood Jacob is here to coach me.
got what I need from this video. So now we're moving on to the next one.
After 40, the legs betray you. Speed gone, power faded, balance shaky. What if the same methods that turned weak monks into battlefield legends could rebuild yours? No weights, no gimmicks, just 6 secrets. Forged at Shaolin Temple since 495 AD, Bodhidharma arrived, found monks wasting from endless sitting, taught them physical drills. Those drills became kung fu. Legs that could push 500-kilogram stones, break trees barefooted, drive stakes with a single heel strike. Not legend.
Really? I mean, I kind of believe it. I want to believe it. I guess we'll see.
Recorded fact. In Jing Zhong's 1934 Training Methods of the 72 Arts, blessed by Abbot Miao Xing himself, the Golden Arhat. These men didn't fade after 40. They got harder. Because the training hit the exact weak points modern life got harder. Because the training hit the
I want to do that stance.
exact
I don't know. Just that stance is so cool. But look at that ankle, like, mobility there. Dang. I'm gonna get there. Dang, how does he do that? Okay, pretty good.
weak points modern life creates. Loose hips, dead stabilizers, no ground connection. Most guys chase flashy kicks. They ignore the base, then wonder why everything hurts, why the snap disappears, why one wrong step.
I don't like the audio.
Weak points modern life creates.
It's because like my laptop is like it's barely running OBS, and then watching these videos, and so the fans are running because I guess this has like, I don't know what it has, and the mic is picking it up. I don't know what else to do. Like I could put it here so it captures a little less, but then like, oh wait, I think it's, oh okay, that's better right there. He has his food there.
Step ends the day. The fix has always existed. 6 methods, proven across centuries of real combat, against bandits, against armies. They build explosive power from the ground up, and control that never leaves. Miss one link, the whole chain fails. Train them all, and your legs become weapons again. Weapons you own completely. Shaolin masters held positions for hours daily, not for show, for survival. Their legs became pillars, unmovable. Every kick, every sweep, every takedown started from that unbreakable root. After 40, the body changes. Tendons matter more than muscle. Joints need precision. These secrets deliver both. Progressive, sustainable, no high impact until you're ready. History shows the results. Monks who trained this way kept fighting power into later decades. You can too. Start today. Feel the shift in days. Master it, and the weakness ends. The horse stance. The absolute core. Feet wider than shoulders. Toes straight or slightly angled out. Bend the knees. Drop until thighs run parallel to the floor. Back flat. Chest lifted. Weight on heels and outer edges of the feet. Sink lower. Hold. Breathe deep into the lower belly. Expand on inhale. Contract on exhale. No shallow chest breaths. This is not a squat. This forges the foundation. Southern Shaolin Kung Fu made it the most important stance of all.
We're gonna try this. I already did it this morning, but we're gonna get it again because they're doing it different. They're like, bro, what? They're all like this or something. It's like literally like that. How do you do that? Like, I thought it was just like this. I thought it was just this. Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. I already did it this morning. I'm gonna do it again later. But yeah, that one's good.
Masters like Hung Hei Kun and Tit Kyo Sam stayed in it for hours every single day. Their
Hours? I have to see that. There's no way.
legs turned to stone. All real power rises from here. Ground force travels through the hips and out the foot.
Nah, I gotta do it for a minute at least then. Hours, bro, not even just 1 hour. Hours? Not gonna lie, my legs are already sore from this morning. Alright, let's do an hour. Let's do 1 minute. Okay. Y'all see? Here. Okay. 1 minute. Bro, how can you stay in here for an hour? I mean, I could stay here for probably an hour. But then here. Y'all gotta try that. Y'all gotta try that.
Explosive. Instant. After 40, start with 20 seconds. Add 10 seconds each session. No gear required. Just gravity and focus. The burn in the quads and glutes rebuilds the stabilizers desk jobs destroy. Tendons thicken. The nervous system learns to fire every fiber at once. Control improves because nothing shifts. Power explodes because the base never moves. Do it first, every single session, before anything else. Miss this secret, every other one leaks power. Secret 2, Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Single leg dominance. Shift all weight onto one foot. Lift the opposite knee high and tight. Foot flexed or pointed. Standing knees soft but loaded. Hip sunk. Eyes locked on one spot. Hold 30 seconds. Switch sides. Arms in guard position or extended for balance. This appears throughout Shaolin forms. It trains the exact skill combat demands. Kick or strike from one leg without losing root. After 40, balance erodes fast. This reverses it. Ankle strength returns. Knee stabilizers wake up. Proprioception sharpens. You feel every micro shift and correct it instantly. Explosive power on one leg becomes real because you own the ground beneath a single foot. Begin with a wall for support if needed. Progress to no hands. Then eyes closed. The control carries into walking. running, every kick, sharper, safer, more precise. This is the secret most men over 40 never touch. And it shows. Secret 3. Tan Tui kicking drills. The historical kicking legs method. Start in horse stance. Chamber one leg high. Drive it straight out in a front kick or whip it sideways. Full hip rotation. Snap the leg. Retract fast like a spring. 10 to 20 reps per leg. Slow and perfect first. Then add speed. This comes directly from the Tan Tui style, taught in Shaolin lineages for centuries. It wires the entire kinetic chain. Hip, knee, ankle, core, all fire together. After 40, hips tighten. Kicks turn into weak pushes. The core and eyes. This Britain leg. Low, devastating, controlling. From a deep stance, drop into a wide, low arc. Sweep the shoulder during any secret completes fully. Breath, input. After explosive, control comes knees together in large, smooth arcs.
All right, bro.
There is a lie that most people
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one. I want to watch this one.
enemy more patient than weakness. It waits not in the battle, not in the blow. There is no enemy more patient than weakness. It waits not in the battle, not in the blow, but in the moment before the hesitation.
There is no. What was that?
There is no enemy more patient than weakness.
There's no enemy more patient than weakness. Dang. There's no enemy more patient than weakness. Okay.
It waits not in the battle, not in the blow, but in the moment before the hesitation, the slight delay between thought and action, that flicker of doubt before the blade is drawn.
Thank you, Father, for this food. We ask that you bless it. Bless us. Don't have any food or water today. Heal us. Renew us, Father. Let this water, this fiber, hydrate and heal our cells, our organs. In Jesus' name, amen.
Not to search before the blade is drawn, that is where samurai die. To walk the path of Bushido is not to search for peace, it is to seek what tempers you. Fire does not purify what it will not touch, and the undisciplined spirit seek what tempers you. Fire. To walk the path of Bushido is not to search for peace, it is to seek what tempers you.
Bro, dang. I gotta write that down. The 10 samurai disciplines they never want you to know. The first one was like your weakness. What was it?
Waits not in the battle, there is no enemy more patient than weakness.
Yeah.
It waits not in the battle, not in the blow, but in the moment before the hesitation, the slight delay between thought and action, that flicker of doubt before the blade is drawn, that is where samurai die. To walk the path of Bushido
Bushido. Bushido.
is not to search for peace.
This is tough right here. Not to search for peace.
It is to seek what
It is to seek what tempers you.
Tempers you.
It's like, bro, who thinks about this?
Fire does not purify what it will not touch.
Fire does not purify what it does not touch.
And the undisciplined spirit cannot withstand its own storms.
The undisciplined spirit can't withstand.
Not purify what it will not touch, and the undisciplined spirit cannot withstand its own storms. Miyamoto Musashi understood this. Born in the year 1584, during Japan's age of endless war, he did not wait for strength to find him. He built it in solitude, in silence, with sword and ink, day after day, stroke after stroke, until the man and the blade became one. In his final teaching, the Dokodo, written weeks before his death in 1645, he carved these words: "Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world." Why? Because the self is noise. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Why? Because the self is noise. It cries out for comfort, praise, escape. But the world does not care. The river does not pause for your excuses. The mountain does not lean to comfort your fear. You must rise to meet it or be buried by it. This is not a tale of glory. This is a reckoning. The story of a young samurai who possessed every advantage yet discovered his discipline was built on sand. And the Ronin master, who taught him the 10 sacred practices that separate wanderers from warriors. 10 disciplines, forged not in theory, but in blood. These are not habits, these are weapons. They cut through confusion, they burn off softness, they leave only what is solid, unyielding, sharp, and immovable. Chapter 1. The Samurai Who Looked Perfect. Osaka Province. Spring of 1612. Takeshi of the Hayashi clan, 22 summers old, stepped into the dueling circle before 300 witnesses. Everything in his life had prepared him for this moment. Born to a noble samurai family, trained since age 7, 15 years of daily practice, master of 3 sword schools, perfect form, flawless technique, his sensei's greatest student, his opponent, a wandering Ronin. No family, no school, no reputation, dirty gi, chipped wooden bokken, nothing impressive about him. The duel should have lasted seconds. Instead, it lasted 3 breaths. The signal was given. Takeshi raised his sword, perfect stance, exactly as trained. His opponent did nothing, just stood there, blade lowered, eyes half closed. Takeshi waited for the attack. None came. He waited for movement. Nothing. His mind started racing. Why isn't he moving? Is it a trap? Should I attack? But Sensei said, never strike first unless... The Ronin's blade flashed. A single strike. Not to kill, to disarm. Takeshi's sword flew from his hands before he even registered movement. 3 breaths. 1 strike. Defeat. The crowd fell silent. Then the whispers began. The Hayashi heir, defeated by a nameless Ronin. Takeshi stood frozen, not from the loss itself, from the realization that in the moment that mattered, his 15 years of training had vanished. His mind had seized. His perfect form had meant nothing. He had hesitated. And hesitation is death. That night, unable to face his family's shame, Takeshi left Osaka. No destination, just walking. Away from the whispers, away from the disappointment in his father's eyes, away from everything he thought he was. 3 days later, deep in the mountains, he found a small shrine, and sitting there, as if waiting, was the Ronin who had defeated him. "You," Takeshi said, hand moving to his sword. "Sit." The Ronin's voice was calm. "If you still think fighting me is the answer, you learned nothing from our duel. You humiliated me." "No. You humiliated yourself. I simply revealed what was already true." Takeshi's... "No. You humiliated yourself. I said..."
Wow. That's so cool. No one can humiliate you. You humiliate yourself. By someone humiliating you is revealing where you need to grow. It's just how you see it. No one humiliates you. Humiliate. Nice.
simply revealed what was already true. Takeshi
Humiliation. Humiliation simply reveals what was already true.
Tashi's anger flared, but beneath it, something else. Curiosity. What do you mean? Your technique is flawless, your form is perfect. You have trained every day for 15 years, yet in 3 breaths, you were defeated. Why? Because you're
Couldn't be me.
faster. No, because you hesitated. Your training is performance. Beautiful to watch. Useless under pressure. Because you hesitated. Your training is performance.
Dang. Is your training just performance? For most of us it is. I mean, but it's like performance, what's your definition of performance? Performance just for others or performance for yourself? Like, I train to be able to perform a certain way but not for others. But performance implies, right? Like, it's for someone else. Like, I'm gonna perform for you. Like, you don't perform for yourself. Okay.
Beautiful to watch. Useless under pressure. The words cut deeper than any blade. Who are you? I am Kensei, a Ronin, a wanderer. But I once trained with Miyamoto Musashi himself. And if you are willing to unlearn what you think you know, I will teach you what he taught me. Teach me what? The 10 disciplines, not the forms you practice in your dojo. The truth that
Hold up. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay.
that lives beneath. The difference between looking like a warrior and being one. Takeshi knelt. I am willing. Good. We begin at dawn. And it begins with the hardest discipline of all. Chapter 2. The first discipline. Rise without negotiation. Mountain Shrine.
Ooh, that one. For me, right there. That's the first discipline. Come on now. I mean, I still woke up kind of early today. But yeah, that one's good.
Before dawn. Takeshi discipline.
Rise without negotiation.
Rise without negotiation. Mountain Shrine. Before dawn. Takeshi woke to Kensei's voice cutting through darkness. Stand. Takeshi's body was exhausted. They'd climbed for hours yesterday.
Pretty charged up. Should be good to eat.
Every muscle ached. I need. Stand. Something in the command left no.
Bro, what? What just happened? What just happened, bro?
Most people believe about themselves.
Bro, what? Where did that video just go? Like, it's not even in my history. That's so weird. Oh, wait. Because I already clicked it. Right here.
Left no room for negotiation. Takeshi stood. Each morning of your training at the dojo, how did you wake? My attendant would call me at the hour of the tiger, and you would debate whether to rise. Check if your body was ready. Consider whether you truly needed to train that day. Yes? Takeshi felt his face flush. It was true. Even with attendance and duty and honor, he negotiated with himself every morning. This is the first discipline, Kensei said. Rise without negotiation. A blade does not warm up before it cuts. The sun does not vote before it rises. Why do you treat your warrior path like an option? Each dawn is a confrontation between who you were yesterday and who you are willing to become now.
Ooh, come on.
An option.
I like
Each
that.
dawn is a confrontation.
Each dawn is a confrontation.
Between who you were
Between who you were yesterday
and who you are willing to become now.
and who you are willing to become now. Dang. Come on now. That's
Train the act of beginning. Make it sacred. Make
train the act of beginning. I like that.
it immediate. Do not think. Do not check the body. Do not consult the mood. Move. Because a man who cannot win that first moment will not win the hour, and a man who loses the hour will lose the day. Consent. Do not consult the mood. Move.
Don't consult with the mood. Move. Come on now. Okay.
Because a man who cannot win.
Because a man who cannot win the morning,
In that first moment,
the first moment loses,
will not win the hour.
will not win the hour,
And a man who loses the hour
and a man who loses the hour
will lose the day. Kensei demonstrated. He moved from sitting to standing in one fluid motion. No hesitation, no internal debate, just movement. Try. Takeshi sat, prepared to rise. Started thinking about form, about, you're already negotiating, stand, now. No thought. It took 30 attempts before Takeshi could stand without the internal debate. Tomorrow morning, before dawn, you will wake yourself. No attendant, no drum. You will simply wake when the warrior within commands it.
Dang, okay. So I gotta practice it. We're gonna practice it. I'll be right back. Alright, we're gonna do 30 laying to sit down, 30 wake ups. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. 6. 7. 8. I didn't know we have to train that. 9. 10. 11. 12. My feet are dirty because I train barefoot. Just in case y'all were wondering. 12. 13. 14. 15. Dang. 16. 17. 19. Now I'm gonna try to like mimic it for real, like okay. Alright, that one was better. 20. Yeah, that one was good. 21. Yes, that one was good. I'm getting better at them. 23. I'm up. Okay, 24. Sometimes I get up like this, and I'm just like, let's go. 25. 26. Do I have to get up? Yes, wake up. Wake up. Okay. I'm up. 27. Alright. Let's see. What else do I do? How do I negotiate? I mean, it's way different when you're like actually there, super tired, don't want to get up. But maybe this works. 28. 29. Maybe I'll wake up like this. Last one. That'll wake me up for sure. Alright, nice. 30. 30 wake ups. 30 wake ups immediately into the cold plunge. Dang, that would be different. Maybe that's the second step. If it is, well, gotta do it. Okay. That was the first exercise.
And you will stand, without negotiation, without thought. This is where discipline begins. Not in the grand duel. In the first movement of the day. Master this, and
Movement of the day. Discipline starts with the first movement of the day.
not in the grand duel. In the first movement of the day. Master this, and everything else becomes possible.
Whatever you say, AI. Just kidding, I rebuke that. Master this.
Chapter 3. The second discipline. Move without emotion.
Second discipline. Move. Move without emotion.
Day 7. Mountain Training Grounds. For 6 days, Takeshi practiced waking without negotiation. It was harder than any sword form. On the 7th day, Kensei handed him a bokken. Hold your stance. Defend against my words. Your words? Yes. Ready? Takeshi assumed his perfect stance. Your family is ashamed of you. Your father regrets ever calling you son. Your sensei tells everyone you are his greatest failure. The dojo laughs at your name. You are a disgrace to the Hayashi clan. Rage erupted in Takeshi's chest. His jaw clenched. His grip on the bokken tightened until his knuckles were white. His stance shifted forward, aggressive, preparing to strike. Kensei...
So rage baiting is a practice now? You heard it here. No, I'm actually gonna take that. Use rage baiting as training. We're about to understand why.
They lowered his own weapon. See? Emotion controls you. You insulted my family. I spoke words. You gave them power by reacting. In a real duel, an opponent will insult you to make you angry. Angry men fight recklessly. Reckless fighters die. Kensei circled him. This is the second discipline. Move without emotion. You do not need to feel like moving to move. You do not need to feel ready to act. The blade cuts not because it wants to, but because it must. Musashi faced men who wanted to kill him not once but dozens of times. He watched their anger sharpen their swings and dull their clarity. He did not swing hardest. He swung with precision. Why? Because he was not there to win emotionally. He was there to win completely.
Some people just want to win emotionally. Some people brother, come on, can I type? Some people just want to win emotionally. I want to win completely.
Kensei explained, emotions are like clouds. They swirl, shift, expand, and vanish. They do not carry truth, they carry motion. And motion is not direction, and vanish. They do not carry truth.
Emotions don't carry truth. They are like a cloud.
They carry motion. and motion is not direct. Expand and vanish. They do not carry truth, they carry motion, and motion is not direction. A storm may rise in your chest, but if your hand obeys it, you are no longer a warrior, you are a servant to your own chaos. Over the next 3 days, Kensei tested Takeshi repeatedly. Insults, provocations, unexpected strikes. Each time, Takeshi's emotions flared. Each time, he learned to observe them without obeying them. Feel the rage, acknowledge it, but do not act from it. Act through it. The man who lashes out is already defeated. The time, he learned to observe them without obeying them. Feel the rage, acknowledge it, but do not act from it. Act through it. The man who lashes out is already defeated. The man who hesitates because he fears his own anger is already dead. But the man who can feel everything yet move independent of feeling, he becomes unstoppable. By the 10th day, Takeshi could stand and yet move. The man who hesitates because he fears his own anger is already dead. But the man who can feel everything yet move independent of feeling, he becomes unstoppable. By the 10th day, Takeshi could stand in perfect calm while Kensei screamed insults. The emotions still arose, but they no longer commanded his sword. Good, Kensei said. Now you are ready for the discipline that separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream of it. Chapter 4, the third discipline. Train when you don't want to. Month 2. The morning of rain. The monsoon had arrived. Rain fell in sheets. Wind howled through the mountains. The temperature had dropped until every breath misted. Takeshi woke before dawn as trained, but his body screamed resistance. Every muscle ached from yesterday's brutal training. The cold bit through his thin clothing. The rain made every surface slick. A voice in his mind whispered, "One day of rest won't hurt. You've trained every day for weeks. Your body needs recovery." Even Kensei would understand. He almost stayed in the shrine. Almost. Then he remembered Kensei's teaching. The training you do when you want to means nothing. The training you do when you don't want to, that is what builds the warrior. Takeshi stood, dressed, walked out into the freezing rain. Kensei was already there, soaked, training, moving through sword forms as if the rain didn't exist. He saw Takeshi and nodded, said nothing, just continued training. They trained for 3 hours in the downpour. No shelter, no complaints, just movement. When they finally stopped, Kensei spoke. "This is the third discipline. Train when you don't want to. Anyone can train when inspired. Anyone can act when it's convenient. But the path hardens only under pressure. Train when inspired. Anyone can act when it's convenient. But the path hardens only under pressure, and pressure never asks. Become invincible through comfort. He slept in caves. He practiced his cuts in the rain. He sparred with wooden swords until his hands split open. No teacher, no audience, no permission, only discipline, pure, relentless, silent. Because there is no final exam for strength, only today's task, done or not done. And when no final exam for strength, only today's task. Done or not done. And when it is done, tomorrow asks again. Kensei gestured to the rain-soaked training ground. You came today when every part of you wanted to stay warm and dry. That mattered more than any technique I could teach you. You do not rise for applause. You do not sweat for inspiration. You rise because the training is the path, not the goal. The path itself. Sweat for inspiration. You rise because the training is the path, not the goal. The path itself. Skip the training and you skip the way. It is not an accessory to growth. It is the furnace. Over the following weeks, you skip the way. It is not an accessory to growth. It is the furnace. Over the following weeks, Takeshi learned that discipline in comfort is not discipline at all. It's just routine. True discipline emerges only whenever the discipline in comfort is not discipline at all. It's just routine. True discipline emerges only when every fiber of your being wants to quit, and you continue anyway. Chapter 5. Disciplines. 4 through 6. Sharpening the blade. Chapter 5. Disciplines. Four through 6. Sharpening the blade. The fourth discipline. Eliminate the unnecessary. Month 3. Kensei visited the small hut where Takeshi slept, looked at the possessions Takeshi had brought from Osaka: family crests, fine clothing, multiple swords, books, mementos, things that marked his status. The warrior's mind is not overwhelmed because it is weak. It is overwhelmed because it is cluttered. You carry too much. He explained the fourth discipline: eliminate the unnecessary. Musashi wandered with almost nothing: one sword, simple clothing, rice, nothing more. He wrote, "Do not have preferences in anything, not because he hated comfort, but because preference becomes attachment, and attachment becomes weakness. When your mind is filled with possessions, status, and identity, you cannot perceive what truly matters, and the warrior must see clearly, always." Kensei made Takeshi reduce everything he owned to what could fit in a small cloth bundle: one sword, one change of clothing, a cup, nothing else. Every object you keep asking it. Does this make me sharper? Does this anchor me? Does this support the path? If not, it is weight. And weight slows the blade. The result was immediate. With less to protect, less to maintain, less to think about, Takeshi's mind became clearer, his movements faster, his focus sharper. The fifth discipline: sit with the pain. Week 13. During sparring, Takeshi took a hard strike to his ribs. Not fatal, but painful. Deep, aching pain that made breathing difficult. His instinct: stop, rest, seek comfort. Kensei: sit, do not move, do not treat the pain, just sit with it. This is the fifth discipline. Sit with the pain, do not flee. Pain is not your enemy. It is your invitation to grow, to see, to separate what is fleeting from what is real. It is your invitation to grow, to see, to separate what is fleeting from what is real. Musashi was no stranger to pain. He did not run from it. He did not drown it. He carved it into ink. He turned it into form. He fought not only men, but the aches of hunger, the burn of isolation, the silence of loss. The man who cannot sit with his pain will betray himself to avoid it. He will fold. He will numb. He will run in circles and call it a journey. But the one who sits still becomes stone, not hardened in denial, but solid in understanding, because he has faced the fire and lived. Takeshi sat with his injured ribs for 2 hours. The pain screamed. His mind begged to move, to distract, to escape. But he remained. And in that remaining, something shifted. The pain was still there, but it no longer controlled him. It was just sensation, information, not master. The sixth discipline: guard your focus like a fortress. Month 4. During meditation practice, Takeshi's mind wandered constantly. To his family, to the shame of defeat, to wondering what others thought. Kensei struck the ground with his staff. Your attention is the front gate of your mind. Leave it unguarded and you will be conquered before you even raise your sword. Gate of your mind. Leave it unguarded and you will be conquered before you even raise your sword. Gate of your mind. Leave it unguarded and you will be conquered. Before you even raise your sword. This is the 6th discipline. Guard your focus like a fortress. The undisciplined mind is scattered, pulled apart by every sound, every memory, every fear. But the warrior does not give away his vision. Musashi. Wrote, perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. You cannot do this while distracted. You cannot do this while your mind wanders to past defeat. Or future fears. The sword must be held with 2 hands, so must your attention. No split grip, no partial presence. If you chase 10 birds, you catch none. If you split your mind, you split your power. And if you dilute your presence, you invite defeat before the battle begins. Kensei taught Takeshi to practice single-pointed focus. One breath, one movement, one moment. Nothing else exists. When eating, only eating. When walking, only walking. When striking, only the strike. Each time you protect your attention, you thicken your fortress walls. And behind those walls, your power returns. Not because you are doing more, because you are leaking less. Chapter 6, Disciplines 7 through 9. The Inner Fortress. The 7th discipline. Live without needing approval. Month 5. A group of traveling samurai passed through the mountains. They saw Takeshi training with Kensei. Is that the Hayashi heir, the one who was defeated by a nobody? They laughed. Old Takeshi would have been crushed, would have needed to prove himself, would have challenged them to restore his honor. New Takeshi continued training, unbothered. After they left, Kensei spoke. This is the 7th discipline. Live without needing approval. The need to be seen is the enemy of inner strength. Live without needing approval. The need to be seen is the enemy of inner strength. Discipline. Live without needing approval. The need to be seen is the enemy of inner strength. As long as you depend on others' respect, you are owned by those who offer it. You train in the shadows so that, when the light finds you, you no longer need it. Musashi walked alone. Not for show, not out of bitterness, but because he refused to bend his path just to walk beside those who didn't understand it. Ask yourself, would you still train if no one ever knew? still walk this path if you received no honor for it? Would you still choose what is right, even if everyone thought you wrong? You received no honor for it. Would you still train if no one ever knew? Would you still walk this path if you received no honor for it? Would you still choose what is right, even if everyone thought you wrong? If the answer is no, then you are still performing. You are still chained. Takeshi understood. For months, ask yourself, would you still train if no one ever knew? Would you still walk this path if you received no honor for it? Would you still choose what is right, even if everyone thought you wrong? If the answer is no, then you are still performing. You are still chained. Takeshi understood. For months, he trained with only Kensei watching. No acclaim, no recognition, no... If the answer is no, then you are still performing. You are still chained. Takeshi understood. For months, he trained with only Kensei watching. No acclaim, no recognition, no family pride, just the work itself. And in that obscurity, he'd found something deeper than honor. Purpose, independent of approval. The eighth discipline. Control all things. Discipline is not something you switch on during training and leave behind at meals, Kensei explained one evening. This is the eighth discipline. Control eating, speaking, and resting. The man who only sharpens This is the eighth discipline. Control eating, speaking, and resting. The man who only sharpens his sword but lets his tongue run wild is not disciplined, he is decorated. Before every meal ask, does this serve the path or does it serve escape? Before every word ask, does this sharpen clarity? Leave behind at meals, Kensei explained one evening. This is the eighth discipline. Control eating, speaking, and resting. The man who only sharpens his sword but lets his tongue run wild is not disciplined. Resting. The man who only sharpens his sword but lets his tongue run wild is not disciplined, he is decorated. Before every meal ask, does this serve the path or does it serve escape? Before every word ask, does this sharpen clarity serve the path or does it serve escape? Before every word ask, does this sharpen clarity or does it waste the warrior's breath? Even in rest, remain sovereign. Do not collapse into sleep like one fleeing battle. Even in rest, remain sovereign. Do not collapse into sleep like one fleeing battle. Enter it with the same calm presence as you enter combat. Takeshi's breath. Even every word ask, meal ask, Does this serve the path, or does it serve escape? Before every word, ask, does this sharpen clarity, or does it waste the warrior's breath? Even in rest, remain sovereign. Do not collapse into sleep like one fleeing battle. Enter it with the same calm presence as you enter combat. Takeshi learned to eat simply, speak rarely, sleep with structure. You can tell who a man truly is by how he eats when hungry, speaks, sleep with structure. You can tell who a man truly is by how he eats when hungry, speaks when angered. And rests when exhausted. Not just how he moves under others' eyes. Discipline is not partial. It touches everything. The ninth discipline, accept death daily. Month 6. Kensei's hardest teaching. He took Takeshi to a cliff edge. Below, 100-foot drop to rocks. Stand at the edge. Takeshi stepped forward, looked down, felt his heart race. This is the ninth discipline. Accept death daily. The man who fears death fears life, because every hesitation, every excuse, every cowardly moment is a refusal to accept that time is not guaranteed. Musashi wrote, think of death in the morning and evening, not to create fear, to destroy it. When death becomes familiar in the moment is a refusal to accept that time is not guaranteed. Hesitation, every excuse, every cowardly moment is a refusal to accept that time is not guaranteed. Musashi wrote, think of death in the morning and evening. Not to create fear. Musashi wrote, think of death in the morning and evening. Not to create fear. To destroy it. When death becomes familiar, you no longer bargain with time. Fear. To destroy it. When death becomes familiar, you no longer bargain with time. You act, not later, now. You were not promised tomorrow. You were not promised victory. You were not promised honor. You were promised one thing: you will die. The question is, will you meet that moment with regret in your throat or steel in your spine? Kensei's voice took on a timeless quality, as if speaking beyond just this moment. Throughout history, warriors have stood at this same precipice, facing mortality, understanding impermanence, learning that acceptance of death grants freedom in life. At Presence and Purpose, we preserve this teaching, not to make you morbid, to make you fearless. Because when you accept death, lesser fears dissolve. If you walk this path with us, you join centuries of warriors who understood. The man who accepts death has nothing left to fear. and therefore nothing left to lose. The man who accepts death has nothing left to fear, and therefore nothing left to lose. The words settled like snow on stone. From that day, Takeshi woke each morning acknowledging, "This might be my last dawn. Let it be the right one." And in that acceptance, procrastination vanished. Hesitation disappeared. Every action became immediate and complete. Chapter 7. The 10th Discipline. Hold the line no matter what. Month 7, the ultimate test. Everything Kensei had taught converged in a single moment. A group of bandits, 7 men, attacked the mountain shrine. Looking for food, valuables. Testing the lone Ronin and his student. Takeshi and Kensei stood between the bandits and the shrine. 7 against 2, overwhelming odds. Every fiber of Takeshi's being screamed to run, to negotiate, to find another way. But Kensei's voice cut through. "This is why we trained. Hold the line. This is the 10th discipline. Hold the line, no matter what. Not when it's easy, not when you're certain of victory. Hold it when everything screams to flee, when odds are against you, when no you're certain of victory. Hold it when everything screams to flee. When odds are against you. When no one would blame you for running. Because what you do when it costs the most reveals what you truly are. No one would blame you for running. Because what you do when it costs the most reveals what you truly are. Musashi held the line. When he was outnumbered. When he fought with wood against steel. When death circled him not once but always. He did not break. He did not run. He moved forward. Or he stood still. But never backward. The bandits attacked. And something profound happened. Takeshi's training took over. Every discipline, at once, rose without negotiation, moved instantly, no hesitation. Without emotion, fear arose, but didn't control him. Trained body responded automatically from countless repetitions. No excess, no wasted movement, pure efficiency. Sat with pain, took a cut but didn't flinch. Complete focus, saw only what mattered, nothing else. No approval needed, fought for the path itself. Total control. Ate pain like rice, spoke with blade not words. Death accepted, moved with freedom, nothing to lose. Held the line, did not retreat. A single step. When the dust settled, 3 bandits were unconscious. 4 had fled. Takeshi and Kensei stood exactly where they'd started. The line had held. Kensei looked at Takeshi with something that might have been pride. Now you understand. The 10 disciplines are not separate. They are one blade forged from 10 folds of steel. Used together, you become something that cannot be broken by circumstance. Chapter 8. 1 year later. They are one blade forged from 10 folds of steel. Used together, you become something that cannot be broken by circumstance. Chapter 8. 1 year later. The student becomes teacher. Spring, 1613. 1 full year since Takeshi's defeat in Osaka. He stood at the same mountain shrine where his training began. But he was not the same man. A young samurai, perhaps 19 summers, appeared on the path. Lost, broken, defeated. Takeshi recognized the look immediately. The shame of failure, the weight of not being enough, despite all advantages. You, the young samurai said. Are you the one they call Kensei's student? I was. Now I'm simply Takeshi. I heard you were defeated in a duel. Yet you're still here. Still training. How? Because I learned that defeat is not failure. Quitting is. Did you come here to quit or to learn? The young samurai knelt. Teach me. Takeshi looked to where Kensei sat in the shade, watching. The old ronin nodded. What is your name? Hiroaki. Hiroaki. We begin at dawn, and it begins with the hardest discipline of all, which is rising without negotiation. The first battle every warrior must win happens before he even picks up his sword. As Takeshi spoke, he realized these weren't his words anymore, or Kensei's, or even Musashi's. They were truth, timeless, forged through centuries of warriors discovering the same pattern. The student becomes the teacher. The blade becomes the hand that wields it. The discipline becomes the warrior. Chapter 9. The centuries of warriors discovering the same pattern. The student becomes the teacher. The blade becomes the hand that wields it. The discipline becomes the warrior. Chapter 9. The final wisdom. That evening, Kensei called Takeshi aside. Tomorrow, I leave. What? Why? Because my work here is complete. You came as a performer, you leave as a warrior. The path continues, but you must walk it yourself now. But there's still so much I don't know. There will always be more to know. That's not the point. The point is, do you need me anymore? Takeshi realized he didn't. The 10 disciplines lived in him now, not as knowledge, as bone, as breath, as reflex. The 10 disciplines are not secrets, Kensei explained. They are written in Musashi's texts, available to anyone. But access is not mastery. Application is. You applied them, daily, especially when unwanted. That forged you into someone who cannot be broken by circumstance, because you've trained to remain regardless of circumstance. Kensei placed a hand on Takeshi's shoulder. Throughout history, this teaching has passed from master to student, from Musashi to me, from me to you, and now from you to whoever comes next. His voice deepened, transcending the moment. At presence and purpose, we preserve this lineage, not as museum history, as living practice. The 10 disciplines Musashi lived, the path that transforms performers into warriors. For those who hear this call, who recognize their discipline is beautiful, but hollow, walk this path with us. Every week, the ancient practices that separate those who break from those who remain. Join us, not to learn theory, to forge yourself in the same fire that forged the greatest warriors in history. Subscribe to This Way. You bowed deeply. Where will you go? To find the next one who needs teaching, the one who has everything except what matters. Kensei smiled. Like you, a year ago. He walked into the mountains and disappeared. Takeshi stood alone, but not truly alone, because the disciplines lived in him, the path stretched before him, and somewhere, a young samurai who didn't know it yet was walking toward this same shrine. The cycle would continue, as it always had, as it always would. Ending the path that never ends. 10 years later, 1623, Takeshi, now 32, had become known throughout the provinces, not for boasting, not for seeking fame, simply for being undefeatable. He'd fought 17 duels in 10 years, won all 17. Not through superior technique, through unbreakable discipline, but the victories meant little. What mattered was the path itself, the daily practice. The disciplines lived each moment. He'd become what Kensei promised, a warrior whose foundation could not be shaken, because it wasn't built on outcomes. It was built on unbreakable daily practice. Young samurai came to learn from him. He taught them the same 10 disciplines. 1. Rise without negotiation. 2. Move without emotion. 3. Train when you don't want to. 4. Eliminate the unnecessary. 5. Sit with the pain. 6. Guard your focus like a fortress. 7. Live without needing approval. 8. Control all things. 9. Accept death daily. 10. Hold the line no matter what. These were not just Takeshi's teachings, they were Kensei's, Musashi's, every master who ever walked the warrior path. The 10. There is no enemy more patient than we. Not through superior technique, the unnecessary. 5. These were not just Takeshi's teachings, they were Kensei's, Musashi's, every master who ever walked the warrior path. The 10 blades that forged the unbreakable warrior. One evening, alone in meditation, Takeshi reflected on his journey. From the humiliated samurai who froze in 3 breaths to the man who could face 7 opponents without flinching. The difference wasn't talent, wasn't technique, wasn't even courage. It was discipline, daily, unwanted, unbreakable. After the fire, after the hunger, the silence, the shame, the cuts that didn't heal, and the mornings where rising felt like death, one thing mattered. Did you remain? Not perfect, not untouched, not unbroken. Just standing. When everyone said fall, did you stay upright? When everything screamed quit, did you continue? When the world offered comfort, did you choose the blade? That is the mark of the warrior. Not the sword, not the victories, not the titles or the tales, but this. He remained. Musashi remained through 61 duels, through hunger, exile, isolation, through a lifetime of walking alone. And when death came at 62 in the year 1645, he faced it the same way he faced life, with no gap between his word and his stance. The fire stayed lit until the very end. Let your fire stay lit, not for others, for the path, not to shine, to burn with purpose. When the days are dull, burn. When people leave, burn. When results don't show, burn. Because mastery isn't earned once, it is protected daily. You are the fire now, and the world cannot unmake it. Walk not for approval, not for arrival, but because the path is yours, and the fire walks with you forever.
This meant that when the market was fluctuating and everyone was going out of business, everyone was panicking, Rockefeller was simply improving his own refining capabilities and buying out his competitors. In the year 1873,
Bye.